it's Surfsonic, or Steve. How are ya? About 3 years ago, I bought, or over 3 years ago, I bought a one of the brand spanking new Fender Tone Master twin reverbs, and it was in the blonde tolex oxblood grill cloth, and it had two Celestion Neo Creamback, Neodymium Creamback speakers, and it was a lovely amp. It was probably my biggest viewed video on the channel, and I think partially due to that is the train wreck that was the bad pedal board hum that came with that I had it hooked up to my master, or my main primary pedal board, which was, it's just too big and it's got too much hummage, and otherwise the amp is dead clean, but you hear nothing but hum in that video, so whoops. So this time I have a smaller pedal board, and the reason I bought a new or a used but basically new, because the guy was an acoustic guitar player, jazz player, who decided he wanted to try electric, decided it wasn't for him, and then he put his Tone Master twin reverb up for sale, and I got a really great price on it. And it's all new. It's got all the things with it, the cover and all that, for well below the retail value of $1,049. I think I got it for about $700. So yay, bonus there. Regarding what happened to the other one, well, I ended up in a major gear purge. I ended up trading it into a used guitar shop in Beltsville, Maryland, called Atomic Music. They're wonderful. You should check out their site. They just have tons of gear, and they're really great guys to work with. I've gotten very lucky there. I've found a 65 Mustang at one point, a 62 Bassman amp, and a 62 Pro, Fender Pro amp. I love the brown faceplate amps. It's the in between the tweed and the black faceplate amps eras. They're just my favorite, and because I'm surfy, I like all the surfy stuff. I have the reverb unit there, outboard reverb unit. Well, I don't need an outboard reverb unit with this bad boy, because the twin has got it all. And one of my first amps ever was a regular Fender twin reverb. I think I've owned 3 over the years, and they're very much backbreakers. They're 65 pounds each, or that's what they weigh. This is only about half of that. It's about 33 pounds, so I can pick it up with a finger. And I did that in the old video. I'm not going to do it in this one. So enough chit chatter. Also, just to let you know, so the features, because I'm not going to go through everything, but I just wanted to show you. And why did I get it? Well, I got it because I thought my gigging days were done, and I was just enjoying the YouTube channel, and I will continue to do so. But I got invited into a surf band, and with one of my surf guitar friends, and I took my little 62 Bandmaster that's set up in a 210 cabinet here, 40 watts, and it was just too loud for the rehearsal space, and it'll probably be too loud for a lot of clubs nowadays. So I thought, well, I think it would, and beside it weighing about almost 50 pounds, 47 pounds, somewhere around there, I just thought, that's just too much, and I'll go for another Tone Master. I really wanted the Super, but the Super's so big and awkward, even though it's a great amp. I've tested one out in the shop, and it's really lovely. At max wattage is 40 watts in the attenuator. This one goes up to 85 watts, so this gives me, I went back with the twin because of the footprint. It's, you know, a little easier to lug around because of its size, even though it's a huge honking thing. But also, I can go from 1 watt, I don't know, let me check the specs. Of course it doesn't show it. Yeah, it's a 200 watt solid state basically, but the attenuator, Goes from 1 watt, 5 watt, 12 watt, 22 watt, something like that, 40 watt, and then 85 watt. So I got a lot of flexibility, plus it's lightweight and convenient to port about, to carry it around. So now that I'm gigging again, that's why I got this thing. And I traded in the old one. Okay, well, then also one of the things, if you do decide to get one of these things, they have a micro USB port underneath here, behind the power section, up above, and you want to go to the Fender site to do there are 2 firmware upgrades. One involved the 1.0.27 is the vintage accurate firmware based on vintage and 65 reissued tube amps, and then the other firmware that I did was the modified reverb control for easier fine tuning at lower settings. So you download those 2 files that are like called image files, and you just once you plug your USB port, it's a pain. You gotta have a long cable or really know how to keep it close to your computer. If you have a laptop, it's probably not an issue at all. And then you just drag the files over and drop it into this new recognized thing. It's like Fender something, Fender amp or whatever, and you can just drop it right into that, and like you do one, you drop it, takes like less than 30 seconds to update, depending on your system. Maybe it might go a little slower, and then once it's done, it will like actually force itself to eject from your computer, the recognition of it being on your computer. So what I did then was I turned everything off, made sure I plugged everything back in, and then it reconnected to the computer, and then I just rinse and repeat, drop the second firmware update into it. No fuss, no muss. It all works. So where I have the settings, I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but there's a lot of info here. So I've got it set on about 3 on the volume. Treble, I have it at 3. Middle, I have it 1. The mid, it's just too harsh for my needs, for my surfing needs. The bass I have at 3. The bass is pretty powerful, but I think that's a good thing, but I don't want to be overly bassy. Reverb I got between 6 and 7. If I do use the tremolo, it'll be between 3 and 4 on the speed, and 6 and 7, about 6 on the intensity. And it comes with a lovely pedal for the reverb and vibrato. It's got the reverb on right now. I could actually turn this up a little bit more. Let's go to 4. If I turn off the reverb, currently playing with my Johnny Marr signature Jaguar, and I had this refinished professionally in Fiesta Red, and it's lovely. I love Fiesta Red. I wish I did Sherwood Green because that's my ultimate color, but I do love the Fiesta Red. It looks great with this mint pickguard. I upgraded the pickups. I took out the bare knuckle pickups. They're just too low output for my surfing needs. You can still get it. You can still surf with them, but I splurged and got some Kinman Surf Jag pickups, and they're noiseless basically. So if I'm in the bridge position, I don't hear nothing. There's nothing. And if you go to the neck, also nothing. It's great. No 60 cycle hum. Of course, middle doesn't have any sound anyway because it creates a humbucker. Anyway, other features, just to make sure I do, you'll find this in a lot of other things. You've got the balanced line out capability. You've got cabinet sim. You can fool with all that. I don't do that at this point. There are videos out there that show all that stuff. There's a bit of a difference. I kind of like the in-room sound anyway. So, but if I ever want to record and do stuff on my computer, I would make use of that. I have actually some piece of equipment that will do it, but I've yet to use it. And I don't really know what I'm doing yet with that, so there we go. Okay, so that's let's turn on the vibrato. All right, let's do both reverb and vibrato. Lovely. Now, how does it do with pedals? Well, this will be a test. I think when you use any pedals with it, you're going to get a little bit of the hummage, but hopefully this one won't be as bad as it was with my big pedal board. This is my gigging pedal board. I've got a obviously a Boss tuner, TU3 chromatic tuner. I've got a Electro-Harmonix East River Drive. It's a great overdrive. I love it. I got my fairly new Surfy Industries Surfy Fuzz, and I'll talk more about the Surfy Fuzz. I'll talk about it now. You got to really dial in your sound, because with this solid statey contraption, this is a tubeless amp, of course, it's a little harsh. So you got to really kind of figure it out on the fuzz, because the fuzz sometimes will not sound good, but if you can dial it in, take the time, it'll sound a little okay. I think it sounds okay. Maybe there's room for improvement. As well, just because I always like to have a backup reverb thing, I've got a Mr. Black's Deluxe Plus it's a darker tonal reverb, and I love it. It's really cool. And it also has it's reverb and tremolo. So I got backup, so if the tremolo or the reverb for any reason craps out, I've got backup. And I'll run through all these. And of course, my mainstay on any pedal board is a delay pedal. This is my best one, the MXR carbon copy analog delay. And then I also put on a exotic EP boost pedal, because when in our surf band, I'm going to be sharing leads. I'm doing a lot of rhythm, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of leads. So I just want to make sure I can come up to the forefront if I need to. So let me go down the aisle here. Let's see if I can do it with my foot. I can't. Okay. There we go. Okay, so first successful thing. And again, that all the humming from my big pedal board from the last video, from 3 years ago, is probably due to my poor wiring and connectivity. But this, dead quiet. It's great. This is the Electro-Harmonix East River Drive overdrive. That was on neck. Here's rhythm, or bridge, sorry. Just abbreviating my little song so I don't get copyright disputed or anything crap. And I'm playing it wrong and badly anyway, so they'll take pity on me. We can even go a little louder, I think. I'm on the 22 watt setting. Same wattage as a deluxe reverb. Cool. All right. Maybe I should have wore shoes because it's hard to hit those pedals with socks. I'm slipping all over. Okay, we're back to reverb. Oh, I guess for due diligence, I should. Okay, so this is with the bridge. This is middle. Sounds nice. And here's neck. The Johnny Marr has the fourth position, which is basically, I think it's a humbucker thing. I don't even fool with these, I just leave it out. So there's that. Wow, I'm very excited that I hear no hum. This is wonderful. This is what I wanted the other one to be, but it was always noisy. So I've got the surfy volume, the fuzz volume, pretty low. The mass is cranked, the harmonics is cranked, and the intensity is cranked. So let's hear how it sounds. So I got it set, I think, to make it not sound overly harsh. The Surfy Fuzz, I'll do a pedal review of it at some point. It's got a USA mode and a Japan mode. The USA mode is what I just did. Let's go to the Japan mode, just so you can hear it. Sounds pretty cool. Alright. Oh, well. Keeping it on the fuzz. I usually play the fuzz on the bridge position because it's the most piercing. It needs to cut through the mix. I don't even know how it'll sound with the band, but from what I understand, fuzz doesn't really... It struggles to cut through a band mix, but you can prove me wrong. Or tell me I'm misinformed, and that's fine. Here's the middle. Here's the neck. And the hum canceling, I guess, which is ridiculously... it's a moot point at this point. So these Kidman pickups, they're single coil pickups, but they're noiseless. It's great. They're expensive as hell, but they're great. I've got a set of Jazzmaster pickups from Kinman in my Squire 40th anniversary, which I'll play some other time. Okay, so that's enough of the fuzz. Now I can reach it. There we go.